Hello everybody, Naughty Nana Does. How's everybody today? Been out and about all day. So yeah, it's been a busy day. Did some stuff, had a nap. There you go. Today we're going to talk about Canada, eh? That's right. So if you're new here, just consider giving us a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and if you don't believe how great this is around here, just check out the comments from all my hangers-on, because I have the best hangers-on all of the YouTubes. Just saying. So thank you everybody for hanging on. Mwah. I love you. And let's, gotta do a cheers, dears. There you go, plain old-fashioned water. That's all it is. I got some kind of a thirst on today. I don't know why. I was eating pretzels earlier, so that's probably it. I'll be all puffy tonight from the salt. So anyway, Justin Trudeau stepped down because his favorability ratings were tanking, and they weren't going to win the next election, and they wouldn't have a majority government. So, did you know that Justin Trudeau wasn't just idly sitting by, wringing his hands and running scared of the menopause moose knuckle? And all his continuous threats against Canada, going to annex us and come up here and take over? No, 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 no. All them tariffs against Canada? No. Trudeau wasn't paying attention to the bloviated baby's tantrums either. He was just like, So he was, what he was doing was setting up a shift in the balance of power, so people can break away from the United States being the #1 trading partner. While Trump was on his soapbox screaming tariffs and imagined trade disputes between Canada and them were costing him 150 billion, 200 billion, 250. It sounded like he was at a friggin' auction or something. But anyway, Trudeau decided to branch away, and the opportunity was ripe. While all the naysayers were on Justin about all he does is he's out there glad-handing, loves the camera, shaking hands with everybody, photo ops and whatnot, and just wasting taxpayers' dollars on diplomatic trips, he and his buddies that they said he was traveling with were actually pitching Canada as a better alternative and as a trusting trading partner, a more reliable trading partner with way lower tariffs than the United States is charging everybody. So what Trudeau did was start conversations about changing up the direction of supply chains and deal more with NATO countries. You know, the people that like us a lot. Trump wants to get out of NATO, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, deal more with NATO countries and their businesses. And it'll be a win-win for Canada and any other NATO country that deals with us, because we're the nice country, we're the reliable country, we're the friendly country. We don't screw our neighbors. Well, some people do. Trump didn't think little old Canada could stand on its own 2 feet and back away from the United States and our dependence, and didn't ever think that we would branch out. Well, he's already broken the free trade agreement, as far as I'm concerned, and the CAMUSA trade agreement. He was in power when both of those were signed. Well, maybe not the free trade agreement, but CAMUSA he was. CAMUSA. He might as well take that CAMUSA agreement and wipe his ass with it. You know, just like he does to the American Constitution, wipes his ass with that daily. Canada has offered the EU, Britain, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, and a bunch of other countries way less trade restrictions and more competitive prices. Trump uses tariffs as a tool, you know, but his tool is like a boomerang. He just throws tariffs out there, and what happens? They come back around and whack him right upside his head. Canada is part of CETA. It's a comprehensive economic and trade agreement. Trudeau signed with the EU in 2017, but it needs to be re-signed. So Carney needs to get on that. But now with Trump's temper tantrums and tariffs, Canada is going all in. Canada and the EU trade about $120 billion a year, not nearly what we trade with the United States. But here's the thing. The EU is looking to branch out, especially just the other day, the moose knuckle hit France with tariffs on wine and champagne, something like 200% or something stupid. And he also, is it the president or prime minister of Ireland was sitting right beside him in the Oval Office. He's just now tariffed them over 200%. Yeah, let's see how that goes over. But France has decided they don't want to play his game. So one of the biggest things the EU wants is energy, because they don't want to deal with Russia. They are sick of the games the US is playing, and Canada is available, willing, and able to sell our energy to the European Union and avoid typhoid Donny. Trudeau has also pitched our aerospace, our technology, and our manufacturing, so they can come over here for way less. Being the strong, reliable trading partner that we have been, they should be willing. We've also been willing to drop everything for our allies when they needed us. Just bam. Oh my God, you need us? We're there. Did the same thing with the United States too. By making these agreements with the EU and Britain, Australia, New Zealand, Canada also stands to come up in the ratings worldwide to bring in more trade dollars to Canada. But America cannot be relied on as much anymore. We can't even rely on them to be a friend anymore. Well, the Trump administration. Most Americans are just fine. Trump is the guy that smiles at the allies. Smiles at right in their face, and he's shaking their hands and everything else. All while, in the works, as soon as you go to leave the room, he'll stick that shiv right in between your shoulder blades faster than you can say, what the hell? Canada is on its way to being an economic stronghold. If all this stuff falls together, we will be a force to be reckoned with. Trudeau reached out to Latin America and Asia as well as Europe. So this way, we will no longer be at the mercy of Dementia Donny. You know, the crackhead in our basement who flings shit at the walls? Yeah, can't afford ketchup soon. We will have better, God knows, saner options as trading partners. We will expand trade commodities with other countries that actually appreciates us and respects our ethics, our morals, and our sense of fair play. Trump is only out to screw the other guy because he has this hooked up notion that he personally is the victim all the damn time. Everybody's screwing him. Nobody in the world has that much time to screw him over as much as he thinks he is. We're exhausted, and we're not screwing him. We're exhausted trying to fend off his weakness. Maybe if he had better business decisions, maybe if he had a soul, maybe if he did anything for anyone without expecting something in return for himself, maybe the United States would be in better shape than they have been in the past 8 weeks. I have heard that the way to live life and strive, to run a better business, to run a better country, is to have empathy. In my opinion, this is the reason he has the need to con people, lie to people, make people feel less than all the immigrants. He doesn't have the capability of empathy. He doesn't know how to do it, doesn't understand the concept. He cannot possibly know what it feels like to be in somebody else's shoes and know the hardship they're facing. He doesn't have a clue. Doesn't have a clue. So, Canada, let's put the little feelers out. We're putting the feelers out. So anyway, I hope you guys have a pleasant evening. Naughty Nana loves you so much. Mwah. I want you to take care of you first so you can take care of somebody else. It's going to get worse before it gets better. I know. In my heart of hearts, I know it will get worse before it gets better. So we just have to buckle up, hold on, because this roller coaster is about to go off the rails here. So we'll see. We'll see. And don't forget to subscribe. Thumbs it up. I love you. Take care of you. Have a fabulous night. I mean, just have a fabulous night. Cheers.